Brandon Aiyuk doesn't want, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say he doesn't want to play for the 49ers, but he wants to be traded away from the 49ers. How's that?
Okay.
He formally requested that.
He requested a trade, Basin Earnings. Think about that. Brandon Aiyuk.
Yeah.
Former Sun Devil.
That's right. Maybe he'll come back to ASU. It doesn't sound like...
Why not? I mean, the NIL, here we go, Kenny.
Walked right into that. I mean, there are college quarterbacks making more money than Brock Purdy this year. You are aware of that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if San Francisco is actually going to trade him. I mean, I'm sure they don't want to. There's a reason why they're a Super Bowl favorite right now, and he's not the only one, but he's certainly one of them. Now you start to see all the lists of potential teams he could end up on, right? And teams that would make sense. The Bills make a ton of sense. They're on everybody's list. The Steelers I've seen on a few. The Commanders because of Jaden Daniels, although I don't know if they're going to break the bank for a receiver when they got a lot of other stuff they need to work on. It got, and I'm not going to take credit for this idea. This was Aaron's idea. But it kind of gets you thinking, like, it sure would be nice if he left the 49ers. And which other players on these teams that are in the Cardinals' way would you like to ask their way off those teams?
Yeah, let's just, when you look at the NFC West, let's just stick with the 49ers and say, I'd rather have Christian McCaffrey ask for a trade.
Hey, Brandon, can you figure it out in San Francisco,
right.
but can you kind of maybe sour Christian McCaffrey on playing for the Niners
Right,
so
exactly.
he could leave and stop scoring 4 touchdowns against the Cardinals?
We understand you've got financial problems, John Lynch, right? You have financial issues up there with the salary cap. We all understand that right now. It's one of the reasons why you walked up to Kyle Juszczyk and said, hey, you mind taking a little bit less? You know what I'm talking about? Right? And Kyle Juszczyk
was like, I do mind.
Got a little bummed on that whole thing right there. So we're going to have to see how that pans out. I don't think it's going to make any difference whatsoever. And the reason why I say that is because Kyle Juszczyk is a true fullback. He's a fullback. He's going to go out and he's going to ball. Now, he's an incredibly talented fullback, much more talented than a lot of the fullbacks that have ever been in the National Football League. Yet at the same time, he blocks like a fullback. He's not a great blocker. He isn't, but he's not afraid to do it and does it on a regular basis. So I've got a lot of respect for him there. But to me, if it was Christian McCaffrey, I'd want him to walk in there. Hey, John, are you looking at me? I want out of here. All right? Trade me. I'd love that.
I heard you asked Kyle to take a pay cut. That's it. I'm done. I'm done here. Christian McCaffrey ideally would be the one asking. The problem with this game is with San Francisco, I could rattle off like 8 players that I want to ask. Like George Kittle, if he wanted to leave, that'd be cool too. Most of their defense, if those guys all wanted to leave. So what it has done is I've moved on to the Rams. And when I look at
moved on to the Rams.
I've moved on to the Rams,
okay.
and this makes me happy, Wolf, because the guy I would have asked to leave would have been Aaron Donald, and he is retired.
Yeah.
I do keep
I'm
waiting
not buying it.
And you made such a compelling case for why you're not buying it that I do sort of expect him to come back. But it is middle of July now, and he isn't back. So for now, I'm going to just celebrate the fact that he's gone.
Yeah, well, honestly, if you wanted to make a splash, Basin Onions, what would you do if you were Aaron Donald and you were thinking to yourself, man, am I going to announce that I'm coming back before training camp?
No,
is that what I'm going to do?
You're going to ruin my day, aren't you?
No, I'm not going to do that. As a matter of fact, maybe I could miss all of preseason. Maybe I could do that. Or maybe I'd come back for the last preseason game. If you're Aaron Donald, get ready for that, Basin Onions. It's not over. It's not over until the first game is played. And even then, I will tell you, even then I'm like, okay, Aaron, have you had enough? Have you had enough?
I'm guessing he's staying in shape.
For you to actually, Aaron Donald's going to be in shape. He's going to do that right there, okay? You're going to tell me honestly that this guy is going to walk away from the game when he is dominant. Do you know how difficult that is to walk away from anything in which you are dominant? I'll believe it when I see 2024 go. Even then, I will tell you, even then, he's young enough right now where he's still in 2025 could say, you know what? Boy, I miss football.
The first place we're all going, if he comes back,
yes,
is Kyler Murray's Twitter,
Yes.
X,
Okay.
whatever feed.
Yes.
That's the first place I'm going if Aaron
Okay.
Donald announces
But
he's
let's
coming
just
back.
talk about the Rams for a minute right here.
Well,
who
hold
would
on.
you like to see?
With the Rams, should we? You know how we send Mel Kiper the pumpkin pie?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should send Aaron Donald a lot of pumpkin pies or food. Like, just get him eating like a wood chipper so we don't have to worry about him coming back in week 5.
Even Aaron Donald would barf.
Oh,
at
I'm sure he
pumpkin
would.
pie.
No, we'd send him something better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but just something that he would want to eat.
Like some lemon meringue or something like that.
I've never had
right?
lemon
Okay,
meringue, I
right.
don't think.
Peanut butter chocolate.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
anyway.
I'm not into sweets.
No,
It's salt.
doesn't sound like it at all.
Rams. Okay, who would you like to see the Rams? Somebody from their roster walk over to Les Snead and say, you know what? You better trade my butt or I'm not playing for you. Okay, who would you like to see do that?
One of those 2 receivers, probably actually Puka, after the season he had, just because I figure he's going to be a problem longer.
I'm going to say Cooper Kupp.
Either one of them. There's
It's still
one of those 2 receivers.
Yeah, you got Matthew Stafford. I mean, he's a statue in the pocket right now.
Stafford can stick around. I know he's good, but there's always the
Stafford can
chance of the
stick
pick
around.
6. Yeah.
Yes.
But one of those receivers has to go.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp. I think, Matthew Stafford does very, very well because he's got some excellent skill around him, especially at the wide receiver position. Puka Nacua. Just first of all, you love saying Puka Nacua, don't you? I mean, it's just Puka Nacua. It's just really cool to actually say that. But very, very similar wide receiver to Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Very creepy.
It is creepy. Very, very similar in terms of a skill set. Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp.
It even kind of sounds similar.
It does, right.
Puka and Cooper.
Right. Okay, so you know
Cooper
what?
and
I'd
Puka.
love that. And then the Seahawks. Who would you love?
Now, I have a special request on this one.
Okay.
DK Metcalf has to ask out and ask specifically to come to Arizona because this is where he should have been. And we'll find the rights to Andy Isabella and send them to Seattle.
Oh.
Let's right that wrong. DK Metcalf would be the one. He just always is an issue. I was looking for a defensive player, so I'm not just going skill position guys the whole way.
Yeah.
I mean, if Devon Witherspoon wants to leave too, that'd be fine if he wants to get out of Seattle.
Yeah.
You
know what I was
one of
thinking
those
of
two.
is, Julian Love as well.
He could go. Yeah.
Julian Love is a guy that I think is going to be a safety for a long, long time in this league, and a great one at that. Yeah, if he wanted to leave, I wouldn't be broken up by that. But I also had DK Metcalf down as well. Not. Yeah.
What do you think of Seattle this year? That's the team the Cardinals are going to have to finish ahead of if they want to make the playoffs.
Yes.
And I think Seattle's like just a great unknown.
Yeah, they are a big question mark right now, and how they're actually going to play without Pete Carroll. We're all going to have a front row seat on that one as well.
Yeah.
But I want to see it, and I'd have to see it. So I'm not going to make any prediction for you
until you see the first 2 or 3 months.
September, okay?
Okay.
Hopefully they get fooled by Sam Howell like the Commanders did.
That would be ideal.
Commanders!
That would help. Yeah, that would be even better than DK Metcalf leaving.
Thanks for watching Wolf and Luke. Tap to see more and click the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.